Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about APT, otherwise known as Aptos. This is a crypto that did really well in 2023 and was probably one of the best picks to pick in 2023. But lo and behold, we have crashed and cut a significant level of support. And now this thing is going to free fall until we find some sort of bounce. Where that bounce is going to be, I'm going to cover that in this video. So before I get started, if you like the sound of altcoins, that's all I do on this channel. I review them, and once a week I cover the market update. If you like the sound of that, consider subscribing and notification bell so you can see videos like this when they are hot off the presses because they are breaking significant levels of support or resistance. In this case, it's support, and we're going to compare it to Ethereum and Bitcoin to see its relative strength. So here's APT on the Binance chart on the daily, and you can see we had this fantastic, absolute meteoric rise from, call it end of 2022, but let's just say 2023, and we actually went all the way down from about $3.50 all the way up to $20. So it was doing really well to begin 2023. Of course, it's only natural that after you start to go up something like, what is that? That's about 550% increase. You're obviously going to get a retracement of some sort. So there's the retracement from the high to the low, and of course the 50% comes in at around $11.73. You can actually see how well this tool works, even though it's a very simple tool. You can see there was your bounce on the 50, even though at that point it would not have been, but there it is. There's another bounce on the 50, and then you start to get some breaks, and then you start to get some resistance at the 50. Comes back up, finds support twice on it, before once again coming down and facing resistance again and again. And this is how good this tool can be, right? It's a very simple tool and it actually works surprisingly well. And there it is, resistance. The problem is with this crypto is it just sat around doing nothing for too long. How long is too long? From the books I've read, 3 weeks seems to be the sweet spot. So if we actually have a look at our ruler and we actually open it up, you can see basically from the low, let's say from here, from the 50% up until now, it's been around 72 days, which is about 2 months, which is definitely over the 3-week period that it should be. So we really had to go sideways, and you can really see decreasing volume coming into the market, and really there's just no interest on this thing. Now it can actually be good, right? Because while you're not having much red days, you're not having much green days, and at this point you're sort of waiting for something to come up, but it just never came out. You just never had the breakout. And again, low volatility, low volatility. And you can see this crypto was really hanging its head on high at that even $10. And you can see support came to the market at $9.70 here on the 10th of March. There's your candle right there before immediately getting support, bouncing off it, getting above the 50%, signaling its confirmation of strength before once again coming down, testing that $9.70 mark. It did get support once again on it. Started to make a little bit of a headway once again, but then again came down, tested again at $9.70 just a few days ago, and once again did bounce off it on some good strong volume. Ultimately couldn't do it, cut it. There's your exit at that point because it just cut it clean cut just a couple days ago on the 6th of May, and now you are on the way down, unfortunately. It is a sad thing to see. It's a good crypto, believe in it. I think it's going to do really well in the next bull run, but for now it is showing significant signs of weakness, and at this point you really have to reconsider your position in APT if you have it. Where do I see APT going? Well, price predictions for this thing of course would be the swing bottom there at $7.13. You'll have to wait for the confirmation though. You can't just hope and pray that it's going to happen. It could happen, right? But this level right here, this will be a significant level of support, that red line right there, okay? Call it $6.68, right? This swing bottom right here from 2023, right? Right here. That is it right there, okay? That one right there. If we start breaking that, then we're definitely going to start testing the $5 and below. So that would be your levels here, and your next levels would be basically there as well before ultimately coming back down to under $3. We'll have to wait and see. We're still a long way away from it, but this thing is free falling at the moment and is a hot potato. So just wait for support to come to the market. Some support could come to the market today, could come tomorrow, could come a week from now. But basically you're just looking for one of these candles essentially with good volume coming in, signaling strength into the market. So something like this, or like I said here, where it's basically a long wick down with a good body at the top on very good volume, indicating strength for this crypto. That support came to the market to really buy it because it was an attractive price, and then it can't break that level once again. So you can see again, there was support here at around that $9.70, and it didn't break it for a long time before ultimately coming down, and there's your neckline getting cut essentially at that point. Now, let's compare APT against its Ethereum value, and I've got a pretty cool chart for you because you can see here, this is the chart for APT against its Ethereum value, and you can see on the daily, this thing is just basically a downtrend. And this is why I always say on my channel, I love Ethereum, because Ethereum will outperform the majority of cryptos the majority of the time. If you're really good at selling your crypto and timing the market, you're going to do really good with altcoins, but the majority of people can't do that consistently, and that's the trick, consistently. So you can see since February, basically when this thing started to get tracked against its Ethereum value, it's just been bleeding bleeding out to Ethereum. You would have been better off holding Ethereum, buying a nice big bag of Ethereum, reducing your risk and getting better returns. So what smart people do. Then if we have a look at APT against Bitcoin value, you can see again, we've got a little bit more data this time going up until October last year. And you can see there was your meteoric rise in early January, or in 2023, I should say, and coming down, breaking the trend, and it, again, just basically bleeding out ever since then. And you're really just waiting for something to come to this market to support it somewhere. You just don't know where at this point. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. APT hot potato on the way down. You really don't want to be holding onto this at the moment. Wait for some support to come to the market, and there's your entry should you get into this crypto. So I'm going to keep this one on my list, waiting for some really good entry points, but until I see that, and it has to be on the daily. I don't want to see it in the intraday chart timeframes because I don't trade within those timeframes. But I hope this video helped. If it did, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Until then, everyone, I will catch you on the next altcoin review.